Well, as the mid-season wobble takes shape again, we return at mid-January window for two games that could be pretty crushing for us. We face two of the Premier League's top three, two sides that we've struggled with throughout this save, and I thought it would be a bit of fun for you to see me suffer in person. Yes, hello and welcome along to part 40 of this FM06 Let's Retro save from Luton Town. We are back in the January window. We've had frustration already, but we are going for a number of big names and it may well be one or two players leaving the club as well. We've been in a difficult run over the festive period, lots of drop points, and we're starting to drift down the league back to where we expected to be. And today things don't get much easier. We're at home to Liverpool and Arsenal, the former of which we did shock at the start of this season, but generally we've got a pretty awful run against both of these teams. So if you want to see if we can change that today, with our strikers out of form and our goalkeeper out of form, then please do put a thumbs up on the video. But for now, we are going to go and look ahead at the transfer window, because while there's not been a lot happening just yet, there could have been a couple of big moments. So in terms of ins, we've done nothing. In terms of outs, we've done nothing. However, we have loaned one player out again who came back from a loan. He's doing really well. Young Brian Lake has gone to Gillingham on loan. He's starting to look like he might become a first team level player. So we'll see if the rest of the season's good to him. Gillingham, a 23rd in the championship at the moment. He might even be able to help them survive. We'll wait and see. Nothing else done yet, but I would like there to be one listed in the future ins, because as you can see, I have made an offer for Vincent Kompany from Anderlecht. In fact, I've made about 4 offers for him. He is out of contract at the end of the season. He's world class. However, he's wanted by us and AC Milan. And despite us offering the maximum wage we can, which is 36,500 a week, I think he might be holding out for the Milan offer because he's rejected us 3 times. I'm trying every bonus, release clause and additive I can think of. I've pushed the signing on fee up, so it's basically the same as a transfer fee to Anderlecht, but none of it is working just yet. We're going to keep trying, we're going to keep hoping, but I'm not that optimistic. We've also made an offer for Leighton Baines at left wing back from Wigan. Now you might wonder why that's the case, and no, it's not that Zonneveld's leaving, although he won't sign a new deal and he's only got 18 months left, so we might have to cross that bridge in the summer. But if we go to the transfers out, we received a big offer from Aston Villa for Sekou Baraji, actually bigger than what they offered for Mike Zonneveld. We've had loads for him, but none near his release clause. Loads for Curtis Davis, same, not even what we paid for him. The Sekou Baraji, a backup left wing back, we've been offered £3 million for. We negotiated it up, the initial one was about 2. And I think, to be honest, for the player that's there, for the fact that we paid, 750 grand when we came up, he's been okay, but his performances have been fleeting in recent years. I think given those circumstances, that's an excellent deal. So if we can get him out of the club and then replace him with a Baines or even someone a bit worse and younger, but for less than 3 million, then that works out either way. If we get Baines, it just means I don't have to worry about Zonneveld either, because he is first team level. As you can also see, we've got one other leaving to the Midlands. That in the summer though, Andy O'Brien refused a new deal, and he, at the age of 31 at the end of his contract, will be moving on to Birmingham City. But a really decent servant for us. Of course, a bit of a cult hero from what happened at the end of last season. We only paid 300 grand for him. He got us promoted to the Prem, and he's given us 2 solid years there. So Andy O'Brien definitely deserves credit. However, this year, it's not quite worked out for him. He's not featured as much. And we're getting to that stage again with Baraji, with O'Brien, with the likes of Kevin Nichols now as well, where we're going to have a decision to make because they're just not featuring. So a big transfer window incoming. We've made loads of offers for wingbacks. It's an area I really want to improve. But for now, we've got to work with what we've got. Unfortunately, the comment section didn't know best as it happened because Christian Portia has dropped off a cliff, both in terms of attributes declining, form declining. He's been a mess the last few games, so he drops out of the squad entirely at the moment. Kasper Schmeichel in goal is not much better. I am going for a goalkeeper, but we're not close to it yet. And as you can see, Flamini is the one first team level player that's picked up a little knock. Richard Hughes, and of course, the long-term absence of Anton Ferdinand still there as well. What we have got, though, is pretty much everyone fit today because fortunately, the way the fixtures have fallen, 2 games ago, we were able to rest everyone. Over the festive period, we've had a real mixed spell. We got frustrated in the first game after you were last with me at Villa in the League Cup. Lost the quarter-final in a game we did okay. Dean Ashton got the goal, but unfortunately, playing the first team didn't pay off. Bradgie was probably our best player that day, but we lost it by 2-1. We then battered Middlesbrough away from home. Came out of nowhere, really. Sean Maloney got a brace, returning to the number 10 role. Both of the strikers got 1 apiece. Not seen much from them ever since that. We then drew 0-0 in a bore game at home to Tottenham Hotspur. A pretty awful one. Anthony van den Boer, the best of the defensive players. We then dropped a 2-0 lead at Charlton after Crouch got 2. We fell away late on. We had a couple of knocks. We had a bit of fatigue on Boxing Day. It's when we get to these spells, playing every 3 or 4 days with the first team, it just doesn't pan out. If I'd known we were going to go out to Villa, I would have rested people. But I felt the League Cup was an opportunity. In the end, hasn't worked out that way because we then lost to City as well. Mike Zonneveld's free kick, a late consolation, but not enough to deserve a point. Thankfully, though, we had Colchester in the FA Cup. It was a comfortable enough game. 2 for Baraji and Dean Ashton, and Kevin Nichols, a rare start and a goal for him as well. That's where Flamini and Richard Hughes both picked up their injuries. And then last time out against Fulham, a decent 1-1 draw. We came back from behind thanks to Dean Ashton off the bench. Him and Walcott did quite well, and Shane Paul's been in awful form. So to be honest, I'll probably drop him out for Walcott today. It does mean, though, we've got a bit of a packed schedule because in the FA Cup 4th round, we have had the draw already. We're going to be at home to either Crystal Palace or West Ham. So Premier League games, but obviously Crystal Palace are a bogey side, so we'd rather face the Hammers if possible. Then, no, the next episode is Udinese, the UEFA Cup first knockout round, a chance for us to do something special. As you can see there, the first leg, Didier Zakora on international duty. Just what you want for a big game like that. For now, though, all about Liverpool and Arsenal. 2 big home games in 3 days. This is the team that we've gone for. As you can see, I have brought Walcott in for Paul, who drops to the bench. Maloney is the in-form number 10. He's there with Osman as the substitute. And Distan has returned to the bench as the centre-half now, with Andy O'Brien agreeing to leave. And Flamini, of course, still out injured. So it means the 11 in full is Kasper Schmeichel out of form in goal. The wing-backs are Foley and Zonneveld with Davis, Basagno and Van den Boer at the back 3. De Cassie and Zakora at the holding midfielders and Maloney behind Walcott and Crouch. Is it going to be enough to produce a miracle? Could we do the double over the champions? Let's go and find out as we head in to face Liverpool. And look who they've got up front. My God, this is some team, isn't it? Lionel Messi and Freddie Adu in the same front 3. Our days are numbered here. Messi is barely starting for Liverpool. Why is he a substitute most weeks? That's a little bit bizarre. Freddie Adu up top is absolutely brilliant, but he's not scoring that many goals for them. So we've got a bit of a weird situation here. Djibril Cissé is pace galore. Gerrard in midfield needs no introduction. And then Risa at left back, often a man associated with Luton Town. So let's go and get into the first half and see how we do. Got a feeling, looking at that front 3, it might be a difficult day. As Gerrard's got a free kick early on, in towards Messi. Basagno wins it. Clears away as far as Zonneveld. There's a man left, but Barragan's there first. Woodgate flicks on for Messi. You don't want him to have that much time. Good save Schmeichel, but it's back across for Freddie Adu. Away as far as Lucas. Good challenge Van den Boer. Injures his man in the process, but stops the cross. He's out for a corner, but 1 minute gone, and we should already arguably be 2-0 down. As Risa puts the ball short, De Cassie wins it. We survived the first trial, but it's going to be a long afternoon if we play like this. Though we have got a free kick at the other end. Curtis Davis bizarrely taking it. Crouch wins the header against his former club. It's out for a goal kick. First chance for Luton, though. That's a nice moment to have. As Jonathan Woodgate, joined from the Galacticos, might have made a mistake there. Heavy touch, but Walcott can't pounce, despite being back to his physical best now. And as Risa works down the left to Adu, he's got 2 running inside of him. Cissé's one. That ball is astonishing. Outside of the foot, 30 yards through. Sliced the defence in half. As Cissé finds Gerrard, great ball into the side netting. 10 minutes gone. Liverpool could run over us here. If they get one early, we're in trouble. As they play out to the left back, Risa again. We're playing a holding on job at the minute. Adu gets to the byline. Chance to cross, deflects for a corner. Van den Boer's having a tough time out there. He's standing up to it so far. But for how long is the question? Because it's a corner kick which Risa will take into the front post. Van den Boer away. Now Walcott can chase, and he might win this race. He's got Zonneveld with him, who needs to stay on side. Walcott's been forced a little wide. He has got his man in there. Gerrard's back. It's a brilliant tackle by the England man. And unfortunately, a real chance to counter goes begging there, though Crouch is up with the header. Walcott's with him if he can win it, which he can't. It's down the line to Cisse. Davis has now got defending to do. Back to Barragan. Great ball for Messi. And Van den Boer away as far as Maloney. But Lucas is there. It's all Liverpool at the minute. Steven Gerrard 30 yards out. That's wild. That's wayward. We'll take that. We're still surviving. 0-0 would be a great result, as you can already see. As Risa has a throw-in on the left-hand side to Lucas. Into Gerrard. Liverpool probing. When is the goal going to come? You feel it's a matter of time. A do up to Cisse. Header just wide. Davis beaten in the air. My God, this is not good to watch. It's a brutal day. As Foley throws in from the right to Van den Boer. Big ball up towards Crouch. Flick on. Oh, it nearly finds Maloney. Just beats him trying to run in. And he's straight to the hands of Rayner as we return for a throw-in at the end of 2 minutes of stoppage time. Crouch goes up and wins it for Zakora. Last chance of the half, but he's given it away. And now the chance will go to Liverpool. Messi finds Garcia. Big ball forward, Zonneveld, poor ball. Basagno's beaten by Freddie Adu. And his shot goes wide. The half-time whistle goes. I'll take 0-0. Liverpool dominating is a fair commentary assessment. We're still in the game, and a draw would be an excellent result. Well, into the second half, a quiet 5 minutes with just a booking for Jonathan Woodgate, but we're back under the cosh now as Basagno goes for the sort of hit and hope downfield. Though Zakora wins it back for Crouch, releases Walcott. Salcido's there, it's good defending. Even the pace isn't getting in behind. They're such a good Liverpool team. To be fair, there's a reason why they're right up the top of the table as Garcia gets the ball wide to Barragan. Of course, this year they've not been quite so good. They did lose at home to us. However, they're a great side overall as Cisse finds Barragan to the Garcia at the back post. Good save, Schmeichel. Liverpool being frustrated here as we're up the other end with Crouch, who's giving it away again. Though he has won it back via Zonneveld. Walcott's in. One-on-one. Theo Walcott. Oh, it's another smash and grab. We couldn't do it twice, could we? We beat Liverpool 2-0 at the start of the season and we were battered for 80 minutes. And here, we have barely left our half for 55 minutes and we're 1-0 up. 2 shots on target. Liverpool have had 3 times the amount of shots overall as well. Though Woodgate straight in from the header. It's a brilliant save. The danger's not gone though. Barragan back in, Van den Boer away. Superb defending. An hour gone. Now we've got something to cling on to. And as Liverpool throw men forward, can we nick a late second on the break? That's what we did last time. Zakora wins it back for Zonneveld. Cisse does brilliantly. Barragan's going to get there on the right, finds Messi, and that is not the amount of space we want him to have. Woodgate carries forward, in towards Lucas. Oh, that's a great effort. Really surprised everyone. De Cassie couldn't get there in time. But with 25 to go, we are 1-0 up, and we could do the double over last year's champions, which would be remarkable. As Lucas gets the ball to Gerrard, Basagno heads away under pressure from Adu, and it's up towards Cisse. Davis chasing. It's a good foot race that, and Davis wins it. Brilliant from Curtis Davis, and what a ball that is towards Crouch. Barragan just able to get there. It starts again with Rayner. It's all Liverpool. They are battering us. They are absolutely battering us, but it's still 1-0 as Reese has crossed, deflects from Foley. Walcott able to break away. Crouch the only man up with him. Maloney's trying to get there. Walcott could just do a win in a throw. He doesn't. It's a brilliant ball. Maloney to Crouch. Good save. Oh, superb from Walcott. Really superb. And he's finally looking back to his best here. As Reese has got the corner kick. Can we deal with the danger? Maloney clears. Zonneveld will chase. Barragan is the heavy favourite. But Walcott's trying to put pressure if he can. And the pass back is poor. Zonneveld lays it to Walcott. Open goal to tap into. It's happening again. It is happening again. Luton 2, Liverpool 0. And in 2 games where we have barely laid a glove on them, where they have had at least 40 shots between the matches, it's somehow 4-0 on aggregate. We're looking at changes we can possibly make. But I don't think there's anything that helps us at this point. I'm going to do Foley for Keane because Foley has had a couple of injury problems and he's been out a little while. I'm wary of Crouch's fitness too. Dean Ashton is a good sub to have. But I don't want to change much while we're winning a game. Liverpool have gone for substitutes as well. We're going to start making time-wasting changes. Walcott's just picked up a yellow card. So let's go for fresh pace up there in Shane Paul. Might get his own chance on the break here. And then the last sub, I mean, really, it's Maloney or it's Crouch, because we've got a free kick with Zonneveld. It couldn't get better, could it? Davis, oh my God, goes from distance. I mean, 3-0 would be an absolute robbery here. 2-0's pretty much a bank robbery, but 3 would be ridiculous. There's a long ball forward. Davis v Cisse. Curtis wins again. Pitts on the right-hand side, though. Has Cisse in support. Gerrard running inside. They've thrown everyone forward. Over the top towards Pitts. Zonneveld clears, but Cisse's still there. Basically in the right back position, but he's still in our final third. As De Guzman goes long, De Cassie loses it. Basagno, though, composed. Back to Schmeichel. Crouch wins the flick on. It's out for a throw. Final sub. I'm going to change nothing defensively. It's just going to be Crouch for Ashton. We're going to go for a solid shape. We're not going to change too much. I don't want to go too defensive just yet. Liverpool have stuck with the same thing. And with the 2 strikers going wide, it kind of works against a back 3. As Zonneveld finds De Cassie, he's got a strike on him. Good save by the keeper. If anything, we're getting more into the game now. Them throwing men forward has helped us as Keane charges it up towards Ashton. Loses out to Woodgate. Maloney beats Adu, though, back defending for us. And now he's up against Cisse. He wins that one as well. Akaboom fouls Basagno. Sean Maloney take a bow. That is sensational. 3 minutes of stoppage time played. Liverpool may well feel hard done by. But that, I mean, it was sensational. After all the struggles we've had this winter, do I just need to show the whole season on camera? We play so well here. And we haven't done that often. We had 9 shots to Liverpool 17, but we did have a few good chances near the end there. And a 2-0 win is a fantastic outcome. Theo Walcott is back to his best today. I don't think he scored this season. No, it's his first league start since returning, and it is his first league goal of the season. Shane Paul, watch out. Theo Walcott is back here for you to face in the team. Let's go and have a look at what that does to the table. We are up to 5th. We've played a game more than Newcastle, who could overtake us. Otherwise, though, it's been a brilliant spell so far, and we're up in that European mix just as we were last year. Well, we return for Saturday's game, 1 man down, because, as we expected, Sekou Baraji has now left the club. At 3 million quid, a 400% profit. We cannot complain about that. A fantastic bit of business. We got his value. However, we need to get people in. We've been rejected by Vincent Company again. We've had the rejected offer for Leighton Baines, and the other players we're trying to get, well, to be fair, there could be work permit issues. We're gambling a bit. Let's have a look at the team for this one, though. Is everyone fit who played in midweek? And if not, where do we gamble? I should mention as well, we got our wish in the FA Cup. Next weekend, we're playing West Ham United. So that, Villa and Wigan at home, we should be winning a couple of our games before we next return for Europe. And at least after Udinese, we've got West Brom at home, which I know we lost to them away, but hopefully at home we can beat them. Let's have a look, though, at the 11 here, because I think everyone is okay. And then it's just about whether we adjust anything on the bench. But with Flamini not really fit enough to be in there just yet, and with the cup game next week for him to build up, why change a team that played so well? We're going to stick with the same 11 and 16 and hope it can deliver again with slightly more fatigue against Arsenal, who are surely the champions-elect. Well, this is one hell of a football team. I mean, bizarrely, they've now lost Jermaine Defoe, who went from Spurs to Arsenal for 30 million, then Arsenal to Chelsea for 41.5. Bit of an odd one in here, but the defence, I mean, you've got Ashley Cole, Senderos Toure, Heitinger and Howard have joined the club. The midfield 4 is all world-class, all originals, and Omri is joined up front by another pretty handy striker, a 22-year-old who is, well, he's joined the game 3 years in, and for 9 million quid, that looks a bit of a bargain. You could even argue he's the new Omri of the future. So let's go and get into the first half. Their bench includes Tunchai, includes Loron, includes Pasqualin, who's been brilliant against us before. And from the kickoff, Arsenal are flying forward. Surely we're not going to get 2 big results in a row. We've normally run Arsenal pretty close in most games. We've lost most of them by the odd goal. But the majority tends to rule that Arsenal will win this game. And early on, the signs are encouraging for them. Now Maloney's nicked it, and we saw how good we are on the counter against Liverpool as Walcott surged away. Theo Walcott's in. Oh, he's forced wide. He cuts it back though. Maloney. Oh, good save, Tim Howard. Really good play from Walcott, but who's injured now? Of course it is. It's Mike Zonneveld. A position that now we have no backup for with Baraji leaving. It will probably change in the next week or two. But of course, that's where we get the injury now. It's so scripted, isn't it? As DeCassi crosses, oh, Walcott threw himself at it. He was half a yard away. A whisker from the connection that would have given us the lead. Really encouraging signs on the break, though. Zonneveld seems okay to continue. And Gilberto Silva is trying to break with Leb. Arsenal switching the wingers at will. Leb down the left-hand side. Foley's chasing. Can he block the cross? He does. Brilliant defending by the Irishman. With 20 gone. Yes, it's been all Arsenal. We've had the best chances so far. As Leb's had the corner kick in to the back stick. Zakora away as far as Walcott. Can't win it against Gilberto Silva. Senderos has given it straight to him. Zonneveld beaten by his international teammate. Heitinger does really well. The flick towards Walcott, it does make it. But he must have pushed Ashley Cole. Yep, unfortunately, it's going to be a free kick. Says he pushed Leb, but he was going up against Cole there. Long throw forward towards Peter Crouch. Senderos beats him. Vandenborg wins the header, but it only falls for Reyes, who switches to Heitinger. Now Leb back on the right-hand side. Arsenal looking menacing. Fabregas growing into the game. Omri in the box. Vandenborg does well. Walcott's got Crouch free and he's got space to run into. Senderos isn't the quickest, but neither's Crouch. In against Howard. It's a good save. We can't afford to miss these. We're hitting them on the break and we're getting in behind every time. We've had both of the shots on target in this game. We had a whisker away with Walcott from across as well. As Leb delivers, are we going to regret it? Toure heads just over the bar. That's a big chance for Arsenal. But this is another encouraging counter-attack display. As Foley throws into DeCassi, who just goes straight over the top. He knows Walcott will make it. And the keeper's come. Walcott dinks it. Oh, I thought that was going to be his Southampton v Luton goal all over again. Oh, it's just wide of the post. We look a real threat here. DeCassi's trying to defend. It's a good cross in. Curtis Davis away. And guess who's chasing? Walcott's going. Howard should get there. And Howard deals with it well. Reyes on the left-hand side. Big ball down the line towards Omri. Vandenborg is favourite, but we've seen this go wrong before. Not this time, but the clearance isn't great. Ashley Cole can start again. Senderos on halfway. Gilberto Silva wide to Cole. Chance to cross. Good touch from Foley. DeCassi in with a challenge. Ashley Cole away again, no. Curtis Davis clears. And Walcott up against Senderos. Unlikely to win it. DeCassi gets a clearance in, but it's blocked by Fabregas. Leb finds Chartain, and the shot's a good one. Schmeichel does well. Again, we can't quite get out. The clearance not leaving the final third. Zakora does eventually clear, but Toure's there. Arsenal piling in our half, keeping the pressure on and making it tough. But Leb's gone down injured. It's kicked out for treatment. And that's the breather we needed. Zonneveld getting him back for the earlier blow. But now it's an Arsenal corner. Leb delivers. Zakora away. Walcott will chase, but Ashley Cole should deal with that. It's a great first touch. Back to the keeper. Howard to Gilberto Silva. No pressure on him. Over the top, Basagno away. Maloney's touch is heavy, but he still finds Foley. Into the opposition half. Kevin Foley goes wide. Walcott's there. Just beats Ashley Cole to it. Cross is decent. It deflects, and Howard gets a hand on it. Gilberto Silva puts it away. We really look good in this game. These two matches so far. The best on the counter I've seen us look for a long time. Arsenal dominating the game perhaps, but we've had the best chances. We're going to encourage the boys. They're doing all right here. We've just got to hope Zonneveld doesn't get any worse. His condition's up in the 90s, so I'm not as worried. If he goes, it's going to have to be Keith Keane left wing back. And that's not what we want to see against Arsenal. As Chatain's just picked up a knock for Arsenal. Finds Tunchai though. And Foley's nicked it. Walcott's in again. Surely one of these have to count. Senderos chases him. Walcott's gone wide. Howard and Senderos in a mix-up. It deflects off both of them in the end. It ends up going out for a corner kick, which Mike Zonneveld will take. We've got plenty in there. Zonneveld delivers. Walcott up. Senderos up. Davis up. Cleared away. Pinball in the box as Foley gets it to DeCassi. He finds Nick Basagno. Big switch to Walcott. Vandenborg will hold it. Kevin Foley just about gets there in time. And Ashley Cole clears away. Now we're under pressure. Reyes towards Omri, but Basagno does well. Vandenborg just goes back to Schmeichel. And we start again. But with 25 to go, again, it looks like one of those games we might end up losing narrowly. But we've done really well to compete as Davis gives Omri a thought to chase it down. Doesn't quite make it though. DeCassi wins it back for Foley. Vandenborg goes long. Crouch is the target. Crouch wins it for Walcott. Beats Senderos like he's not even there. Theo Walcott round Heitinger. Round the goalkeeper. And it's the same story as Liverpool. Theo Walcott on the break nicks it. Crouch does really well, and Walcott takes the mick out of Senderos. 25 to go, 1-0 Luton. This is superb. It's a corner kick for Omri. Are we going to hold the lead long? Oh, almost not. Tunchai's just shocks Davis there, comes across him at the front post. Heads it just wide. That was a warning sign. Schmeichel's got the chance to clear it. Theo Walcott will go up, but Senderos is the favourite. And Heitinga will find Ashley Cole. I think it's fair to say, as Pisagno loses, that Foley does well. I think it's fair to say, with Fabregas committing the foul, that Theo Walcott's back to full fitness now. And that is going to be a big benefit for us. We've managed half the season pretty much without him. Now with 20 to go, we will look at changes after this attack. Zakora to Maloney. Space is opening up, but Fabregas wins it. And Reyes releases Omri. Not where we want to be. Vandenborg can't catch him. That's superb. And that is the level of player we don't have. When we come up against an Omri and a Drogba, we just can't cope. We cannot cope with it. Luton 1, Arsenal 1. And it had to end eventually, didn't it? Ashton will come on for Crouch. DeCassie's struggling physically. I've only really got Keith Keane. So he's going to have to be the sub there. And I'm going to bring Osman on for Maloney just for a little bit more of a defensive mindset. Because I think he's a little smarter going that way. So 3 changes made. The equaliser comes, but Thierry Henry's the one-man show. He's one of the best players in world football. What do you expect? As Dean Ashton goes from the kickoff, Keane goes wide to Curtis Davis. Just think about this though. I know we had to re-sign Davis, but Davis, Keane and Foley, all Luton Academy players. And they're playing in this team against Arsenal and competing. As Zakora, down the left, beats Fabregas. That's lovely. Don't do too much, finds Davis. Osman was inside of him, but he goes down the line towards Ashton, who holds it up on the left. He's got Zonneveld inside. 2 in the middle. Toure fouls him. It's a penalty kick. Now, who takes it? Because Crouch is off the pitch. Nichols isn't here. It's Dean Ashton, right-footed, against Tim Howard. Dean Ashton shoots right-footed, and it's saved. Oh, that is a big, big blow. What is his rating? It's 18. And of course, that has to be the first penalty he misses for the club. I felt that was the chance to nick it. Maybe fate's conspiring. You can't get an undeserved victory 2 games in a row. Or can we? Walcott gets it to Foley. We're in again. Foley challenge. It falls for Zonneveld. Into Walcott. Great save. Oh, Arsenal are under the cosh a bit here. We are really pressuring them late on. They're trying to go aggressive to win it. And we are countering at speed. Foley on the right again finds Keane. We're finishing the stronger. Up towards Walcott, who's had a blistering game. Just got too much on that for Osman, though. Lauren can break downfield. Big ball down the right towards Omri. Zonneveld will chase it, but we've seen mistakes here before. He's got Davis inside of him. Big clearance towards Ashton. How's his confidence after missing the pen? Probably not great. Heitinga goes wide to Tunchai. Heitinga again to Fabregas. It can't happen every week, can it? We always lose by the odd goal to Arsenal. Can we survive these 4 minutes? We can. I'm almost disappointed because we missed the penalty. But if you'd have offered me 4 points at the start of this episode, I'd have been absolutely thrilled. I'm going to say I'm pleased. There are not many teams taking points off of Arsenal. We stay in 5th place. We're the best of the rest after the top 4. Yes, Newcastle very close with Drogba. But even if they leapfrog us, if we can finish 6th, if we can finish above United 2 years in a row, above Villa 2 years in a row, above Bolton, Everton, sides that have regularly been in Europe, it would be one hell of an achievement. Let's go and look at the schedule for when we're next going to be back. I think you all know the drill by now, and it's where things get a little more difficult. Zonneveld out for a month does not help our cause. I'm going to have to desperately find a left back and maybe just go for a sort of loan option or something to get the job done now. Theo Walcott man of the match again. But we are going to be back next time to turn our attention away from the Premier League. We've got to take advantage of the next 3 matches because Wigan and Blackburn in particular are very winnable and they're 1 a week before we get through to the UEFA Cup. At that point, we will be back for a doubleheader against Udinese or an FA Cup 5th round tie in Udinese, depending on who we get and whether we get through. But after that, the European hangovers could return. So we've got to get ourselves in a good position. If you want to find out if we do, see what new left back we get into the club and whether we can add anyone else before the window slams shut. And please do chuck a thumbs up on the video, subscribe and turn that notification bell on. I think we're getting towards that point where we're going to have to go for a more aggressive tactic against the bottom half teams. You can see that counter-attacking style works brilliantly against the big ones. But how do we judge where we are at the moment? I guess at the end of the season, we'll get a good idea of it. In the meantime, I hope to see you tomorrow. It's Thursday on channel and it's Thursday night football when it comes to this save as well. European football returns in February and we face Udinese in a massive game as we look to progress in the UEFA Cup. I'll see you there to see if we can do it.